Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I get the sense that some of you were not expecting to see me back here, and I find that very interesting. This feeling echoes out. It is not just mine. It is something past me, something collectively that is an experience we've been having. And this goes in to the balance of light and integrating your shadow. This is a concept that when you are on an ascended path will not miss you, so to speak. So if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, maybe this is the beginning of your journey. But I am not sensing any specific level of newness here. So if this video has found you at the beginning of your journey, or you're not on it, this probably isn't for you. But I do get the feeling that you're here regardless. And there is a stubborn energy that would love it if I didn't talk. But that's not how this works. I've noticed there is a squeezing occurring, something within the throat, a pressure, and maybe you've noticed this too. Something, somewhere, is trying to keep you from this ascension. Now, this shows up differently as a reflection for everybody. It's a part of your parts. It is a part of this journey. It is all a test to say, are you ready? Hand is out, hand from the universe, the cup, the moment, the truth, your choice. Will you grab this? Or will you let it fall by the wayside? Yeah, there's this other energy here. I can see it in the purview. There's almost like a there's an unhealed masculine energy, whether that be inside you, but it feels external. I am seeing, though, this taper down the center. You know how, like, in some of those filters, there's the you, and then there's the filtered version of you. And they're being split down the middle. There's this part here, and the other you, the real you, here. And it's almost like it's a battle for who will win out. Will you face all of your wants and desires and needs and dreams and everything that puts you in this highest place? Or will you sacrifice that energy, the inertia of movement and alchemizing, to the 3D? Because know this, there is a blissful ignorance here. And for some, even with gifts, even as a part of the soul collective, they will choose this path. And it will be a result of being bogged down by the feeling of these gifts as curses. But I need you to understand, the feeling of that being a curse is a direct result of working through ascending. It is a pressurized false image that is created by the stressors of the three-dimensional field. Because, like I said at the beginning, there's things that are trying to pull on you. Whether that's the internal you that doesn't know how to process all of this change that's happening very rapidly, especially in 2025. There are so many different planetary alignments that we haven't seen in quite some time. And for a lot of us, for most of us, it is affecting our life lessons, the journey, the purge, the sacred purge, to become the truth. And as a light seer, gazing back into the dark can be incredibly daunting, especially if you don't know what you're looking at. I'm being called back to that face. It's right here, but only when I look here. And it's not mine, but it's there. It's this. And it has a human appearance, but it isn't, is it? No, it's a roadblock. What's in your way right now? What are you putting in your own way right now? Because this could be a person, or it could be an action, and I'm getting inaction. There's a dream that became a goal that you finally acknowledged at some point. And you've pressed forward to a point. But there is a stagnant energy occurring. No shame, by the way. This is what I'm working through right now, and as a result, it's in my auric field to show you and to reflect to you that we all need rest sometimes, but in that rest, persist, despite. There's a power behind what you have that can't be replicated. But people would try to falsely forge it. And this is something that's been spoken of for generations. It's the mimicry. Mimicry energy. And the things that are drawn to you, we'll use people as an example. What you have to understand about this is hanging within the sacred balance. There will be people who are drawn to you that don't do this on purpose, and people who are drawn to you that do this on purpose. Some of them will see your value, and some of them will see your value. But that's the byproduct of different eyes. There's a version of it. Right. People flipping, like a viewfinder. 3D, the 5D, the 3D, the 5D, the 3D, the 5D. And us, we do that well. But there are others that only get a taste outside of the simulation of this base reality. Yet there's an emotion tied to pulling you off of your path. And it is sometimes indirect because it's as above, so below, as within, so without. And there's no need to panic here, because this is a facet of lessons you must integrate and tests you must endure. It's a passing process, right? What can you handle and what do you need to learn again? But I'm getting so much fear here associated with cycles and repeating the same patterns that we've once, twice, 3 times experienced. But if you don't want to go through what you've been through already again, the most important thing to remember is you. And I've talked about this a lot, but it is the value we place on ourselves over what pulls us. And I'm not talking about your drive, I'm talking about the things that pull you away, the distractions from entering a higher existence, from entering a plane that moves past this one. The one that sheds your light onto everything, instead of turning it inward or expressing it only once in a quiet room to a singular other. It's not your purpose, baby. It's not your purpose to only give it for one. The way toward helping others is through yourself. And that goal, that envisioned dream, that, why do you think it's a fantasy? It's not a fantasy. It's the magic of yourself. You have to understand that the expressionism of this experience can be anything. You could be a diesel mechanic. This could be working with your hands in some capacity, but it is just the physicality of you. Your spiritual embodiment has just as much to do with the things that you touch or don't. I think people get the wrong idea that this is somehow just doing what I'm doing now. Your art, your expression, and the way that you touch life is what gives raw meaning. We all do that differently. And once you wake up, it doesn't matter what that is, because in everything, it is imbued. Yeah, dog barking. Confirmation. You are whatever drives you. And through that embodiment, you give back life to the world. You give back light to the world. This has been a message that's been on my heart for a really long time, but I don't think that I've conveyed it quite properly. I've touched on the idea of no matter what you do, if you're drawn here, no matter what you do, your gift is your gift. And when I say that, I mean it holistically. I mean it wholeheartedly. Whatever you do, diesel mechanic. He comes up a lot. I don't know why. She comes up a lot. Can be genderless. Don't mean to be that way. Sorry. But there are people here who have what they perceive as like a normal job. And they don't realize maybe that like that is the thing that they do that turns what is it? It's turning something to gold, essentially. we've moved past the pressurization process. So you're in it, and it feels like you don't know that how you touch things is your gift. Don't let the simplicity be lost on you. This is so much easier than our minds, our ego, has a tendency to make it, right? We assign value where there is none, and we don't place value where all of it is. So whatever tangible gift you have that creates the biggest joy in your life, that you've been drawn toward since conception, understand that it is the way you heal the world. If you're here and if you're seeing this, that is your truth. Stop trying to hide from it. Stop trying to pretend that this isn't happening. We need you to be awake, to be here, to be fluid, to be part of this initiative movement into the higher realm. We have to ascend together. So whatever you think that you're missing, you've evolved past that point. That little piece in here, in your rib, that feels like it's gone, it's from inaction. It's from not trusting. And once you can trust yourself, once you do trust yourself, it will feel full again. So move it forward, push it forward, stop delaying. Once you get into the sacred cycle, the one that you're supposed to be in, moving on that wheel, everything falls into line. But if you put it at jeopardy as a result of collapsing in on yourself through fear, right? You unravel all the progress. And I don't say that to scare you. I say that to say, pick up the needle and rethread. It's the sacred tie. You're opening. You are the flower of life, existing, standing on this planet. And as I reflect back at you, I'm asking you to remember. When you drive the sacred balance into its proper place with your proven methods, through the goals and the dreams, you weave back together the tears of false separation that exists within the human identity. So come home and remember who you are. Because this spiritual war, it needs us all. That's the message that I have today. It's a little different than what I usually do, but that's what was coming through. So I look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, I really do love hearing your stories. I know I've been gone for a while. I was just effing around and finding out in terms of what I have talked about today. So it's a very relevant part. We do fall off of our path sometimes, and I look forward to tying my leg to it with you and staying the course. I'll see you soon. I love you. God bless. Blessed be. Namaste. Inshallah. Annyeonghaseyo. Get back up. I know you can do it.